Here back for another update. Let's take a look at the Richard Hart ecosystem over here. We have an ABC correction down. Okay, so far this looks like a completed ABC correction considering the strength we have here off the 200-day moving average. We can even take a look at the 50-day moving average. We're above it. The 21-day as well. We're above that as well. Okay, and so we do see that the trend is up. We can see that we have broken below this short-term downtrend, but in order to confirm that this is a wave 1, a wave 2, and we're ready to start our third wave to the upside, I would want to see a push above the 70.2 to 78.6% fib. As you guys can see, we are right there now, so we should get the decision this morning, right? Either we continue to see a push above, right, or we reject back down below this equilibrium. Okay, if we reject back down below the equilibrium, then this is likely an A. You have your A, B, C for your B, and then you come down for a C wave, likely towards the 70.2 to 78.6% fib for your partial decline before continuing up from there. Worst case scenario, we come over here, have a little bit of a retrace, and then come down for one more blow below this low towards the macro 88.6% fib. So we can take a fib from this very low over here up to this high and take a look at the 886. Okay, so it would come down to this low right here, right? And then we would see the pop up from there. This would also be a broadening bottom pattern, right? But we will get the decision today. It's either we come down towards the lower retracements or we go ahead and have that wave 3 today. Okay, so remember, this is the level you guys want to be taking a look at today. If we get above it on the 4-hour time frame and especially the daily time frame, then it's likely this over here is your wave 1, this is your wave 2, and we're ready to start our third wave to the upside. Now, our third wave targets would likely take us to around the 70.2 to 78.6% fib measured from our macro B wave high down to our macro C wave low. Okay, right here. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to use the fibs on the linear and the log scale because sometimes market makers like to use both. So these two regions I would be targeting next. These two levels here for our wave 3. Okay, so remember, if we get above 3327 on the 4-hour and the daily time frame, then it's likely we'll continue up towards these targets over here. Okay, and then this Richard Hart ecosystem is ready for the bull market. Okay, because we do see that ETH is breaking out above 3,000, and this does look like Wyckoff accumulation when we take a look at the macro perspective. Okay, right, so we have our 3 down within your A, right, then we have a 3 up within your B, and then you have a 5-wave move to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your 5th wave down like this. Okay, but remember, if we can't get above this red region over here that I was pointing out, then we must be open-minded to the possibility that this is a broadening bottom pattern and we're going to come down towards the lower retracements before continuing higher. You must be mindful to all of these scenarios because the market will take you by surprise if you aren't. And if we were to come down, like if we were to reject over here, right here, we would need to also see a pullback in the broader market as well. So Bitcoin would need to see a pullback here and the rest of the altcoins as well. So this would be your A, your A, B, C, and then you come for your B, and then you come down for your C. Or this is a wave 1, a 2, and a 3, which will likely be confirmed today or tomorrow. Okay, so these over here would be, this over here is the PulseX roadmap so far. I do have the rest of the targets in my Discord, so if you haven't joined, then definitely click the link in the description below. This is the Discord right here, and I have the PulseChain ecosystem right here. You guys see that? This is the ecosystem. I do analysis on it almost every day, so definitely check that out. So yeah, this over here, these two levels would be the next point of interest, and we'll go ahead and take a look at PLS. Okay. Okay, now this is PLS. Okay, so this is PLS over here, and notice how we back tested the 100-day moving average here. Very significant. You see how we back tested this 100-day, and now we're coming up. Okay, so same concept as PulseX, right? We have a macro ABC correction, so a 3 down in your A, 3 up in your B, and then a 5 down within your C, like that. Okay, this is your ABC up. Like this. Now I do have all of the bull market targets in my Discord, so if you haven't joined, then definitely consider doing so if you want to know where to exit on all of these coins. Okay, because if you don't exit on time, it won't be good. Okay, so this is your 5 down here. Then we back tested the 100-day, and we've broken above this intermediate downtrend. Okay, and very similar to PulseX, I want to see a push above this 702,786. It actually looks like we already have. It looks like we've already pushed above the 786 here, and we're ready to start our third wave. Okay, so the next target would be the 70.2 to 78.6% fib. Okay, so these two levels right here, I would be targeting for our third wave to the upside. Okay, and very similar to that of PulseX, we have a Wyckoff accumulation range. Then we had our deviation below the range for our spring, and then this over here would be considered your last point of support. Right, this is your last point of support, and then this is your spring. Okay, so that's PLS. We'll take a look at incentive token as well. Okay, so this is incentive token right here. It actually looks like a bullish inverted head and shoulders pattern right here. And the technical target would be sitting at around this 61.8% fib. Actually, it would be sitting at the 786 on the log scale. Okay, right, because you have your 5 waves up here, right? This is your 5 waves, and then this looks just like an ABC correction, like that. Okay, your inverted head and shoulders, and then you have your continuation. Okay, like this. Okay, so I do think that we do have an advance towards the intermediate resistance here at these levels here. Okay, this is the level that bulls want to get over. I don't see a reason why bulls wouldn't be able to get over it, considering PLS is above the 786 right now. Okay, that can change by the end of the day, but so far these are the levels I want you guys to take a look at. Get above this yellow region over here, then it's likely we'll see a push above this neckline, right? I would want to see a little bit of a back test, and then you have continuation up. Okay, worst case scenario, this is your A wave, come up for a B wave, and then you have a C wave down towards the lower retracements. But remember, we would need to see a flush in the broader in the rest of the market for that to occur. Okay, this actually perfectly came down towards the 702. Do you guys see that right here? I'll make it white so you guys can see. You see how we perfectly came down there? And then if you take a look at it on the linear scale, we came down to the 786. So we have the perfect catalyst right now for the next leg up. Okay. We also have a low volume pullback. So you see how we were retracting back to the retracement, but we were doing so on declining volume. So that's a low volume pullback. That's a sign of a healthy correction. Okay. So that's incentive token. We'll also take a look at HEX. Okay, this is HEX right here. And HEX is above the 786. Okay. HEX is above the 786 here. And we're ready to start the next leg up. I think HEX is giving us the signal here. You see that? We're ready to start the next leg up. As long as it can maintain posture above that 786, then I don't see a reason why, right? These are the trend-based fib targets right here. And we're likely to see now, okay, so if we take a fib from this high over here down to this low, you see how we rejected at the 786 here? Right? Right there. Now that we've gotten above this intermediate 786, then it's likely we're going to have now a full-on breakout out of this range. And just like PLS, we had a deviation under the range, right? This over here was your manipulation. This is your accumulation, right? This is all accumulation. This is your manipulation. And we perfectly called the bottom here on Twitter. We called it publicly, right? Went up by over 366%. So it looks like we're ready to start our third wave to the upside. This over here would be your wave 1, your wave 2, and then you come up for a wave 3, 4, and 5, like this, right? This over here would be your W, X, Y, or an ABC. So this is your 3, 3, 5, like that, right? Okay, so something like this is what we would want to see. Okay, and this is just an estimated trajectory. We'll definitely have to alter these waves as the price develops, but we will do so in the Discord. Okay. So this is what I'm expecting. As long as we can maintain posture above 0.017 to 0.016 on the 4-hour and the daily. Okay, very similar structure to the rest of the ecosystem. ABC down, ABC up, right? And then you have your 5-wave move to the downside, like that. Okay, let's take a look at hex. Let's take a look at eHEX. I know a lot of PulseChain maxis, they get upset at me when I take a look at eHEX, but we need to take a look at it because it's going to give us um, a little bit of a better signal in regards to the sentiment of investors, right? This is your wave 1, wave 2, your 3rd, 4th, and then a 5th in an ending diagonal. And then you come down for an ABC correction. This is your A, B, and then your C wave. Now we're poking above the 50-day moving average. We've successfully got above the 21-day, and we've wicked above the 50-day, but we're finding a little bit of resistance under it. As soon as you get above this 50-day and then get a daily closure above it, and especially the 702, 786, this region right here, then it's likely we're going to have continuation up. And like I've been saying in all my videos, Hex is ready to take off because we have dipped into this. We have dipped into extremes over here on the macro time frame. If we go on the monthly time frame and then take a look at the MACD like this, you guys see how we're crossing up? We're crossing up here on this MACD here. You guys see that? Yeah, we've successfully crossed up under the zero line of this of the history of the MACD. So bullish on Hex, and more bullish if it can get above the 50-day and especially the 702, 786 here. It would be targeting this order block right here, right there. Okay, and then let's not forget that this is a broadening wedge, and these are all the retracements I want you guys to be aware of. Okay, right here. Okay, I would be targeting, so remember, Hex can go towards these retracements here and continue on down like that, or it can come up towards the higher retracements, likely towards the 50%, take out this trendline liquidity, and then see the retrace from there, or go up to the 702, 786 right over here, and then see the retrace. What does crypto tell us about how price action works in regards to Fibonacci? Well, the algo makes it so that price usually hits the 702, 786. So wouldn't surprise me. We come back up 70.2 to 78.6% of the way in relation from our all-time high down to our bear market low. Okay, right over here before we see the retrace. Now, remember, there's no guarantee that Hex will see the full-on breakout, right? If it does, then this would be your A, B, and C wave, or your wave 1, 2, and 3. But considering this is not a cycle 1 coin, you'd want to be very cautious as it approaches these higher fibs here, because this could be all she wrote, right? I'm more confident in the PulseChain ecosystem because it hasn't made anyone rich yet. So there's definitely more opportunity there. Okay, we'll go back and we'll go back to Deck Screener, and we'll also take a look at Teddy Bear. I know some people wanted me to take a look at that. Okay, so this is Teddy Bear right here. And it looks like it's breaking out here. You see how we're breaking out here? This looks like it could have been an ABC correction. A, B, and then your C wave. Okay. We can just take a regular fib from this high down to this low, and we would want to take a look at the 123.6% fib because we want to see the next immediate target after the high. Okay, so it would be right here. We'll take a look at the 1.382, 1.618, and the 1.702. Okay, this over here would be the targets for Teddy Bear. This looks like a wave 1, or it could be an ABC correction like this. So this is your ABC down, this is your ABC up, and then you would have a 5-wave move down from there, or this is an impulsive move up, wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, and then 5, like this, right? Either way, it is trending up. I hope you guys enjoyed the PulseChain ecosystem video today. If you guys want to stay updated with the analysis, then definitely click the link in the description below to join the Discord. Peace out and take it easy. See you in the next one.